Hey yogis, welcome back to class. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching and most importantly for doing the work and for doing the practice. I'm again honored to guide you through a 30-minute vinyasa class today in beautiful Bali. I'm still here, I know. I'm here for the entire month. I love it a lot. It's my favorite place. One of my favorite places on this earth. For today's class, I don't think you need anything. It's always good to have some blocks nearby or books, just in case you need some more reach. And that's really it. Get a mat if you don't have one yet, otherwise just on the floor. The carpet is perfect. Today we'll begin on our back. Just come onto your back, keep the knees bent for half Shavasana. And before you get super comfortable and you like music in class, go to my Spotify. The link is in the description below, and put on some good music for this class. It's all for free. So if you want to do that, pause the video and do that now. There's like 30 or so playlists for a vinyasa class like this. That's what we use in our workshops, in our public classes and retreats. So go check that out. You might enjoy it if you enjoy these videos. Get comfortable, come onto your back, close your eyes, keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. Close your eyes, take a couple breaths here. Take that moment, take that time to arrive before we start to move and breathe and do all the things on the mat to feel good. Arrive, be here, be fully here. And this is something you can also extend into your day-to-day life, into your activities, into when you're reading a book. First fully arrive, ground yourself down, get ready to read, and then start reading. If you make a coffee, then first get ready, put all the ingredients out, and then do the coffee. Just add more presence to everything you're doing. That's all we're doing here with this practice and this short body scan breath exercise. If there's an intention that you want to set for this practice today, go ahead and do so. I encourage you and invite you to modify. Just do the best you can. Take breaks when you need to. If you want to add to this, of course, go ahead. This is your practice. This is the time for you to take care of yourself. Hug your knees into the chest. Blink your eyes open. Slightly rock forward and back. Get ready for movement, for breath, to feel good. Let's all meet in boat pose. Point the feet forward. Reach your arms forward. Bring the fingertips together. Keep the arms mostly straight. Rotate your arms over to the right side. Bring the hands close to the ground. Keep the shins parallel. And over to the left. Over to the right, the same height as your knees. Over to the left. Over to the right, now the same height as your head. To the left. Let's reverse it on your own. Top right, bottom left, and so on. Since I said on your own, you know what to do. Back to boat pose. Let's lower down for low boat. Keep the heels hovering, point the toes, keep the shoulder blades lifted, press that lower back into the ground, tuck the tailbone, come back up to boat. Let's do 4 more just like that. Lower down and up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower down and hold. Low boat. Press that lower back down. Flex your butt cheeks. Reach the arms forward. If you want, reach your arms up and over your head. Hold. Let's hold for about 15 more seconds. So if you start to shake, it's all good. Breathe. Squeeze the feet together. Point the toes. Last 10 seconds or even less. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to boat. Cross the ankles, roll over the knees. Find a tabletop. Come onto all fours, stay on the toes, send the hips back, keep the arms straight, rock forward and back just a couple more times. This one is nice because you're not just stretching out the wrists, but also the feet and the toes, which I really like, especially if I'm practicing in the morning. Come back to tabletop. Start to rock left and right as you externally rotate the arms, the hands. Just keep rocking left and right as far as you can. Maybe even the fingers pointing towards the knees fully, and then back. You're making that circle with both hands. Every time you rock, you readjust a little bit. Now we're going inwards. Internal rotation, keep rocking, just do your best. Just find that end range of motion and then go back. Slowly externally rotate so that the fingers are again pointing forward. And then you bring the toes down, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your dog, take your time, find your stance, breathe, arrive, move around, get all the movement out of the body that you want to get out now, especially if you're practicing first thing in the day, in the morning. It's nice to spend some extra time here. Slow those movements down, connect more to the breath so that the pose becomes secondary and the breath is really what you want to focus on. Nice and slow breaths in and out through the nose. I'm also putting out some more videos on breath exercises, pranayama breathing techniques, and also how to breathe properly. There's already a ton of content on breathing in our channel, so go check that out. It might help with your practice a lot. Otherwise, there's also a lot more coming because there's just so much more to share. Let's find a three-legged dog here, right leg up and back. Keep pressing into the palms, the fingertips are gripping down into the mat. Flex the right foot so that the right heel is reaching up and back. Pull the belly in. Now shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, bring the right knee to the chest, round your back. Hold it there. Push the ground away. Instead of letting the chest sink down and the shoulder blades together, really push the ground away as much as you can. Point the right foot, lift the knee higher up, breathe. Now flex the right foot, step the foot between the hands. For low lunge, set the left knee down. Now in this variation, bring both hands on top of your right knee and start to rock or bounce the hips forward. It's really just forward actively, and the body is coming back automatically on its own. And so you want to find that nice rhythm of bouncing forward. So you lengthen those fascia tissues, and then the body is putting them again together. That's what's bringing you out of this. So counting here is going pretty fast. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low lunge. Reach your arms up. Make sure you can see the right big toe inside the right knee. Pull the right heel back. Push the left knee forward. Reach out through the arms. Pull the belly in. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Pyramid pose. Straighten both legs. Shorten the stance if you need to. So this would be too wide. I want to step the left foot forward, and you might want to do that as well, so that both heels are on the ground. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, fold forward and down. If that's too deep for you, use some blocks or books here. Tuck the chin to the chest if you want and if you can, and if it feels good, pull the right hip more back. Three more breaths. And start to pivot both feet to the left for a standing straddle forward fold. Krasarita. You can bring the feet wider apart as you just had them in the pyramid. Hands down to the ground, maybe bend the arms and bring the forearms towards the ground again. I've been doing this for many years, every single day, so it might look very different in your body. And I want to remind you that it's not about how it looks, so don't worry about how this looks in the video or how it looks in your mirror or if you record yourself. No one cares. It's not about that. It's about how it feels in the body and that you can stay with the breath. If you in this pose feel it in the thighs, your hamstrings, maybe your back, even if you're up here, but you feel it there, it's perfect. That's all you're looking for. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, spider lunge to the left. Again, this high variation, keep the left knee or bend the left knee, keep the right leg straight. The heel is on the ground, the hips are high, so you feel the left thigh more. Move to the front of the mat towards the right foot. Bring both hands down, extend the right leg back. One-legged plank. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core, push the ground away. Hold it there. Bring the right knee to your right elbow. Round your back. Extend the right leg back. Right knee, left elbow. Hold, breathe. Extend it back. Three-legged dog, right leg up and back. Very good. Press into your palms. Use your fingertips to grip. Imagine you want to make a fist with your hands. You want to grip with your fingertips into the mat. Come high into your left toes. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Hold it there. Round your back, push the ground away. Start to flex the right foot. This transition is often rushed, and people step the foot in with momentum, so you really want to take that time. Try to keep both palms on the ground as you step the foot between the hands. That means you have to lift the right knee more into the chest. Crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. You want to see the big toe inside the right knee again. I recommend bending your left knee so you decompress the lower back and you also make it a little bit stronger because you can squat more into the right thigh. Reach out through the arms, pull the belly in, and breathe. Reach your left arm forward, the right arm back, open twist. Usually here we tend to lean forward. Try to lean back more. Breathe, feel the core engage for the rotation. Now with your left fingertips you reach forward. The left leg floats up for revolved half moon. Straighten both legs. Left hand down, fingertips or block on the ground. Reach your right arm up. Maybe use a book. Straighten both arms, straighten both legs. Pull the belly in. Rotate the chest more to the right. 2 more breaths. Last deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot back. Spider lunge to the left again. Move forward. Side plank on the left, left hand down. Try to keep that right arm lifted. As you transition, come to the knife edge of both feet. Stack the right foot on top. Press into your left palm, push the hips forward. Lift your left hip higher up, flex both feet, and breathe. You want to feel most of your weight in the inside part of your hand, so right between the index finger and the thumb. So really make sure you shift that weight into that area. Release the right forearm down. Try to bring that right forearm parallel to the right edge of your mat. Reach your left arm up. Now we can stay here forever, right? Because we're not on the hands anymore, so we can give the wrists a break. We will not stay forever, but quite for a bit. Just a couple more breaths, you can do it. Press into your right elbow. Push the hips forward, lift your right hip higher up. Reach out through the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Release both forearms down. Bring them parallel to another. Forearm plank. And let's hold this for about a minute. Press into the elbows. Tuck the tailbone, engage the core. So instead of being straight with the back, you want to tuck and lift the hips up. Breathe. Almost halfway. Just a couple more breaths, that's it. Maybe 4 more breaths or so. Nice and slow. Last 10 seconds. Press even more into the elbows. And release the hips down, untuck the toes. For a Sphinx pose, you press into the forearms, into the hands, lift the chest up. If this or any other back bends don't feel good for your lower back, then you can bring the feet wider apart. That way you have more space to back bend in the bottom of your spine. Give that a try. So instead of bringing the feet together, how they teach it very traditionally, bring the feet wider apart. Really, to me, doesn't make sense to keep the feet together if the body doesn't move that way. And again, it's about how it feels and making this functionally useful movement instead of doing something based on how it looks. If you want to go deeper here because you don't feel it yet, or you want to go deeper into the back bend, press into the palms, lift the elbows up for seal pose. Externally rotate the arms, keep the glutes engaged, bring the feet perhaps even wider apart. Breathe. I prefer to look down towards the ground or straight ahead, but you kind of want to avoid looking up. It doesn't add to your back bend. It might just only add to your neck pain. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release down, bend your arms. Very good. Come onto your toes, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. When you're ready, lift the knees up, the hips, shift forward, straighten the arms for plank. And downward facing dog, send the hips up and back. Let's do the other side. Lift your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Feel the fingertips, press into your palms, lift your left heel high up and back. Come high onto your right toes. Inhale, exhale, left knee to the chest. Round your back. Hold it there and breathe. We're only holding the pose, but you're still breathing, still meditating while we're bringing the knee to the chest. You got this, all good. Flex the left foot. Try to keep both palms on the ground. Low lunge, step the foot down. I always have to readjust because I got long legs. Very good. Both hands go on top of your left knee. Start to, again, bounce. Find that rhythm of bouncing forward and back. Actually, only bouncing forward, the body's bouncing back automatically. We're going for 20 or 30 total. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Reach both arms up. Low lunge. Pull the belly in. Make sure you can see the big toe inside the left knee. Pull the left heel back. At the same time, push the right knee forward. Just to make the foundation nice and active. Release the hands down. Pyramid. Straighten both legs. And as you can see again, my right heel would be lifted in this one. So I want to shorten the stance. Maybe you want to do the same. Both hands down. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, fold forward and down. Stay there and breathe. Pull the left heel back, the left hip back. And let's release. Pivot both feet to the right for standing. Straddle forward fold. Widen that stance if you want to. And then fold forward and down. It's also the option to go upside down if you want to, into any kind of headstand or tripod, or maybe even a handstand if you want to. So now is the time to do that. Let's do about 5 more breaths here. Last 2 breaths, so slowly come back down if you came upside down. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, spider lunge to the right. Bend your right knee, straighten the left. High variation again. Feel the right thigh. Move to the front of the mat. Both hands down, frame the left foot, one-legged plank. Extend the left leg back. Round your back, tuck the tailbone, push the ground away. Left knee to the left elbow. Hold, breathe, point the left toes, extend the leg back. Left knee, right elbow, hold, breathe. Extend it back. 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. Very good. Come high into your right toes, inhale. Exhale, left knee to the chest, hold, no rush. Press into your palms. Flex your left foot. Keep those palms on the ground if you can. Lift the knee higher up. Step the foot. Low lunge, crescent lunge this time. Reach both arms up. Look inside the left knee. You want to see the big toe. Pull the belly in. Reach out through the arms. And breathe. Reach your right arm forward, the left arm behind you. Open twist, lean back. Feel the engagement in your core, but keep that left knee nice and bent. Reach your right arm forward. Shift forward, revolved half moon, right hand down, left arm up, straighten both legs. Just 3 more breaths here. And step the right foot back, spider lunge to the right. High variation. I always feel like a ninja when I do this. Move forward towards the left foot, nice and slow, right hand down. Side plank, keep the left arm lifted. Press into your right palm, push the hips forward, lift the hips higher up. Breathe. Externally rotate the right arm. Grip your right fingertips into the mat. Breathe, most important. Nice and slow, in and out through the nose. Release your left forearm down, forearm side plank on the left. Try to keep that left forearm parallel to the left edge of your mat. Push the hips forward, lift the left hip up. Breathe. Forearm plank, both forearms down, both feet down. Very good. So we're again holding for a little bit, last little push, and then we finish up. Feel free to stay here, knees down if you want to, but keep that tailbone tucked and keep pressing into the forearms. And if you want to try out something else, you can place the palms down on the ground. Make sure that at least half of your hand, your palm, is on the ground. Then you straighten both elbows and arms at the same time. This is what I call extended plank, so it's kind of like a long plank variation. Release the forearms and the elbows back down. Forearm plank, extended plank. Forearm plank, extended plank. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Forearm plank is where we meet. Release the hips down. Sphinx pose again. Or seal, straighten your arms, engage your glutes. Bring the feet wide apart. Feel the back bend, slow the breath down. And release. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Press up to a plank. Downward dog. Send the hips up and back, readjust. Very good. Now let's all meet again in a forward fold at the front of your mat. So you can step, float, or handstand if you want. We'll all meet in a forward fold. Bend your knees, roll up to standing. Reach your arms up. Chair pose, bend your knees. Lift your heels up, so you're only on the toes. Lately, this has been my favorite chair variation because it's just so good for the feet, so good for your health. Strengthen those feet, be more barefoot, or wear barefoot shoes instead. Will make a huge difference in your life, I'm sure. Bend your knees, squat down. Set the hips down. Bring the feet more than hip width apart. The hands go behind you, reverse tabletop. Lift the hips up as high as possible. Shift the hips forward. Set them down all the way. Just keep the hands where they're at. Lift the chest up, inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, send the elbows back. 3 breaths. Release. Reach the arms forward, come onto your back. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Then with your right hand, you reach through that space you create for figure 4. You grab behind the left leg or you grab the left shin. Relax the back down, pull those legs towards your chest. Keep both feet flexed so that the toes are pointing towards the knees. If you want to go deeper here, you can also grab the left foot instead. Just an option. If you feel really open here, you can bring both arms through underneath the right shin, and you bend both arms. You're kind of fork lifting the right shin. For this one, you really want to make sure you keep that right foot flexed. To protect the right knee, extend your left leg forward. And breathe. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Slowly release. Switch sides. Reach through with your left arm, grab the shin or the right leg. Pull those legs towards your chest. Breathe, keep the feet flexed. If you want, grab the foot. Or reach both arms through for that forklift variation. Extend the right leg forward. Make sure you don't feel anything in the knees wherever you are, really important. And release. Both feet down. Let's even that out after doing something asymmetrical. Lift your hips up for bridge pose. Just keep the hands where they are. If you want, interlace your hands behind the back, come more into the shoulders. I will skip that one for now. If you feel like doing wheel pose, of course, go ahead. Press into the heels, lift your hips up high, engage the glutes, breathe. Keep some space between the chin and the chest. And relax the hips down. Keep the feet as they are, bring only the knees together. Close your eyes, relax. Let the breath slow down. Bring the soles of your feet together, open the knees up. Supta Baddha Konasana on your back, palms are facing upwards. Give yourself permission to be in this pose for a couple of minutes. If that's getting uncomfortable for the hips, just extend the legs forward for Shavasana. Relax your body. Feel the breath, the air coming in and out through the nose. Be proud of yourself for practicing today, for putting in the work, for doing the practice. It's not an easy path. In fact, it's very challenging in the beginning to move the body in all these new directions, those new shapes and poses. It's not easy to sit still and breathe. Everyone has to go through this stage in the beginning. It's not easy for everyone. But you keep doing your best every single day. Just like everything else, it gets easier over time. And you grow more from this practice the more you do it. Thank you so much for practicing with me again today. If you like this video, please support this channel by subscribing and liking this video. It really helps out. Of course, after you enjoyed this Shavasana, the video will just end now, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Namaste.